We're going to go deeper into this again. We're going to bring in Oklahoma Senator James Lankford, lead Republican on the Senate Subcommittee on Government Operations and Border Management. Senator, I'm so glad that you're here and you wanted to come on the program today to talk about this.
Thanks,
Good morning. First off, your reaction to capturing these 8 suspected ISIS terrorists. It's great, theoretically, that they've been caught and apprehended, but how did they get here in the first place?
Yeah, I'm very pleased the FBI has scooped them up. This has been a concern that's ongoing for a while for these 8 individuals with ISIS connections, but there are several unanswered questions that are still out there. CBP has reported 53,000 people in the past year have crossed into the United States, or what they call special interest aliens. These are individuals that come from areas of known terrorism. We don't know anything else about them. For these individuals that crossed, that they quote unquote said were vetted, that just means they didn't show up on an Interpol list and they didn't show up on our terror watch list, but they were very certainly one of, or I should say 8 of the 53,000 special interest aliens that are being tracked right now that are all loose in the United States. So this is a very serious issue. It's something I've raised over and over again, that the people that are crossing our southern border are not like it was 2 years ago. Many thousands of people are coming from outside the Western Hemisphere, and they're being facilitated by criminal organizations like ISIS. That's why we had al-Shabaab terrorists that we picked up in the United States last year. That's why we continue to have these terrorists that we're picking up this year.
Yeah, even inspiring other lone wolves just merely from these headlines. The FBI director has warned about the rising threat level after the October 7th attack in Israel and the recent ISIS-K attack in Russia, too. So how concerned are you that terrorists will actually try to attempt something? You know, we got these guys, allegedly, before anything happened, before, you know, it was all thwarted. But what do you think something could happen?
No, we are under a very heightened sense of awareness and threat at this point. With this number of people that are crossing our southern border illegally every day, and the way that they're being just released into the country on their own recognizance, even if they're from areas where we know that there's known terrorism ties to that areas or to those particular communities they're coming from, they're still being released in the country. That increases the threat every single day. Again, there are people that are crossing the border that are coming to find a job, and there are people that are crossing the border that are coming to make trouble for the United States and to be a real terror threat. You can't just separate those out. Clearly, FBI has shown, hey, they were released into the country. Then later we figured out, hey, they have ISIS connections on it. That continues every single day, including yesterday, and it will again, including today.
We've had a lot of finger pointing going on politically, pointing the finger, Republicans at Democrats, Democrats at Republicans. It's now been over a week since President Biden's new executive action on the border. So what do you think has changed, if anything?
I can't tell that anything's changed. We had over 10,000 people that illegally crossed the border this weekend. So as far as I can see at this point, nothing has actually changed at all. He talked about that he's going to enforce additional authorities if we get for a week more than 2,500 crossing in a day. We've certainly had that, but nothing has changed at this point, and has been my concern all along. President Biden has authorities he's choosing not to use. And understand, he doesn't want to enforce the border the same way President Trump did, though what President Trump did was bring some order to the chaos there. But if you go back to the time of President Obama, we had 500,000 people that were crossing the border a year under President Obama. Same law. We now have 2.5 million people illegally crossing the border. So if President Biden would just enforce the law the same way President Obama did, this would be very different, but he's choosing not to.
Okay, Senator James Lankford, thank you so much for sharing your insight and your opinions on this. Appreciate it. Have a great day.
Thanks.
Thanks for watching, everybody. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. Also, don't forget to click that red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.